Hello, everybody. How y'all doing out there? This is Virusrahl bringing to you a game of myself, brought to you not by TvP Gamer, but by Virusrahl's Ladder. And thank you very much, Blizzard, for making StarCraft 2. Now, let's start this game up and introduce our players. In the top right-hand corner, we have Deth as the Protoss. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Virusrahl, the Blue Terran. And starting off this game, we have the Unrally SCV. Starting off this game, I was lagging horribly and having super issues just clicking my buildings and making them go to the mineral patch. Finally figured it out, and I had to apologize to Deth for not even being able to spell good luck, have fun, and you too the same way. So yeah, and I just got myself a brand new microphone. I tried using it with Gundamonium, and got finally going down here. I tried using it with Gundamonium and changing the settings a little bit to make it sound a little bit clearer for us, a little bit quieter, so I'm speaking kind of loudly and into the microphone. Let me know how that goes. Leave a comment below. Hopefully everything works out well, and trust me, I will take a look at it and make sure that it doesn't look too bad. So I saw the Protoss Deth. He used his Chrono Boost a little bit earlier to Chrono Boost out his probes before his pylon. You don't want to do that because then the Chrono Boost is wasted. You're going to supply block yourself just a little bit quicker than getting your pylon. So you basically wasted about half of his Chrono Boost effectively, and that's not exactly a good thing. So he hasn't sent a scout out yet, and I just sent a scout out, but first time ever playing this map, I had no idea where the spawns were. So I got into his base and didn't see a goddamn thing. Right on the edge. So I have myself a barracks going down in my base, and we have a little bit of an on-time assimilator going down here, a 16 assimilator, and one of our gateways finishing up soon. We'll have a warp gate going down. Just built a refinery. Couldn't think of it. I want to call it simulator, but that's a Protoss only building. Built a early refinery. Looking to see if we're going to ever get this to a command center, and yes we are. So we finally get that into a command center, and we have the Cybernetics core going on for the Protoss player Deth, and finally scouting out the last base, taking a look at my cam, seeing that on the minimap, and kind of looking around going like, hey, what's going on here? Realizing that I didn't get anywhere near close to the mineral patch up here. I'm kind of used to playing against Zergs, so I look for the creep more than I look for the actual bases. And made that mistake once, and now I had to pay for it. So here we are, going back just to check out that base. Still, the Protoss player Deth hasn't even sent out a probe scout. Got himself an early double gas, so we're going to see what's going on here. And I am building a factory back in my base and keeping up the marine production, trying to keep up with the SCVs. This is a bronze level game, so you're going to see a lot of mistakes and a lot of different things in the build order. So I get inside that space. I want to see if I see that second gas. I do not. So yeah, just didn't see that double gas. Trying to get the SCV out of there. Making sure not to rally it back to my base. I don't want to lead him back where I was because I haven't seen him come to a scout at all. So I finally get into his base around like 4 minutes. Didn't scout that double gas, so that could be a bad thing for me. He's keeping it nice and saturated, doing a good job with that. And I am trying to do my best, keeping myself not supply blocked, and I think I'm doing a damn good job of that. Got the starport going down, it's being built up. Got a tech lab from that factory. Just keep on building, baby. Keep on building. Doing a 1-1-1 build, going to have a Banshee harassment coming up here. I do see the 4 gates coming out, and we have 4 Stalkers in production. with a couple pylons, making sure that nothing's going to be supply blocked anytime soon, and that everything will have ample energy back in the base. Beautiful lining up, by the way. Sim City up in here, whereas mine's just kind of clumped together right up in the front. Yeah, that's going to hide from everybody. So we're finally going to get this Banshee coming into production, or what? Got a Ninja expand up here going down, and finally have the Banshee going down. I'm kind of wondering where's all my gas going, and realizing that I do not have a second geyser. If you're going to do a Banshee cloak harass, do yourself a favor, make sure you get a second refinery. It will make it go by so much quicker, and hey, you're not going to be able to get the gas nearly in time if you only have one of them, even if you do build a refinery before your barracks, which is what I did. So Wargate's finally finished for the Protoss player, finishing up around 7 minutes or so. So doing a pretty good job, especially for bronze. Got a Hellion coming out, and we got 2 Marines coming out. Built a reactor with my factory, and switched off to some Marine production. So finally got my Banshee out here, and the command center is about to go down up in the top. Working a couple more Steves going on here, and we got a Twilight Council going down for Death in the top right corner. Leading up in the food count, and maybe might go for Blink. Could go for Templar, could go for Dark Templar. So, yeah, that's a chance we're all going to have to take. Sending Steve out finally to look for another base around the 8-minute mark, 8.5 minute mark. Still hasn't found me, he'll find me soon enough. But he will notice that I do have a very small amount of Marines. This is a very scary amount of Marines. If he did decide to push with all these stalkers and be very aggressive, it would have been a bad news for me. And we finally see the command center going down up here, lifting it up and trying to get out so I don't lose it. That's the problem with Ninja expands. Don't do it all too often, especially if you don't have enough of a mobile army. You're kind of sitting back in your base like I'm doing right here, trying to kill that stalker. It's not a good idea to kind of keep him in the base. Moving these Banshees out, getting a very late cloak. At this point in the game, you want to have cloak researched, and you should really have 1 Banshee go in there, not 2. I'm a little bit less comfortable with it, so I do decide to go with 2 Banshees to try to do as much harassment as I can, and just pray that they didn't go Robo. I didn't see that second assimilator back then, so that's why I'm pretty much assuming that he didn't go Robo, and looking that he didn't do any forge or anything like that yet. Didn't do any Robo, got no observers. Once his cloak finishes up, it's going to be bad news for Death. It's a 47 supply lead to 73 for Death. He is starting his second base at the 10-minute mark, which is something that I really should be doing. He stopped his probe production, as we see back in the base. My income is coming in a little bit higher. Thankfully, to some of those mules, because he does have more harvesters than me. So he did a really good job getting those probes out earlier on, but he decided to stop probe production once he finished everything off. But at this point in the game, he's just sitting on 500 minerals, and he really needs to just produce some more probes. Other than by the time his second Nexus comes out, he won't have too much of an issue. I threw the scan down there rather than using on a mule to make sure that he doesn't have any Robo out here. I'll make sure he doesn't have any cannons anywhere, so I know where to attack first. I do see that he has a Twilight Council here, so it kind of concerns me just a little bit. I don't want to I'm kind of worried. I'm thinking, okay, so this guy's got Blink. I cloaked the Banshees at the last minute, trying to give him as much energy as I can. And going after these pros up in here, doing as much economic damage as I can. I need to stop attacking these stalkers. And you got a forge going down to get those cannons up to be a little detectors going on here. This is a bad move when you start to attack the stalkers. I decided to get the Raven. Once cause I'm looking over here, I'm kind of wondering, is it a Robo Bay? Is this is this a forge? It turns out it's a forge, so I start attacking it. And I started attacking the pylon. I need to stop attacking this pylon, do as much economic damage as I can in here, and just get the heck out. I have the Raven going up because seeing this Twilight Council, I'm not sure if he's going to go DTs, and if he does, and I do not have any kind of detection, I could be in a world of trouble just like he is right now. I snipe off that cannon before it goes up, doing as much as I can to get these pros up, buy myself as much time as I can in here. Noticing that my energy is down a little bit low, so I decided to back off, say, hey, I did a considerable amount of damage up here. Let's see, we have units lost 2,400 resources to 87, which I believe was an SCV kill plus a cancellation on my command center. So this is extreme, where it went from me having a 40 food supply and him having a 70 food supply. He's down to 50, and I'm up at the 76 mark right now. And I didn't lose any Banshees, didn't even take a lick of damage, so doing good for me. But he has 2 Nexuses, so he can chrono boost out all these probes. And like I said earlier, if he chrono boosted out this probe, getting no gas because I killed all the probes down there in gas. Oh, he's starting to get him down here. Or is he? No, not yet. Okay. Deciding to get Zealot leg charge, which at this point in the game, you want to go for a blink. You do have the stalker count up right now, and if I have Banshees going on, your Zealot leg speed isn't going to do much damage. And like I said, if we kept on doing this probe production up here, even with all those kills, he would have brought the rest of the probes down here, and they probably would have been safe. So I'm starting to move out around the 15-minute mark. Finally getting siege tanks, starting to get siege technology, double producing medevacs in the back, and getting a planetary fortress up here just to ensure that nothing happens to it like that stalker came by before. I saw he didn't have any starports in there, and I built a engineering bay back here. Once I was attacking him, I wasn't sure if I needed to get any missile turrets because it was Dark Templar. I was a little worried. Noticing that he didn't have any Dark Templar, got them with my Raven up here, and after this engagement, throw down a point defense drone, and these stalkers go down super quick, and sniping off this here cannon, making sure nothing happens to my Banshees. And Banshees are a great reinforcement to an army. All my Marines have combat shield on them, give them 10 extra health, so good game. GG, doing it up, Deth. Just taking off. So very good by me. It's a bronze level game, so I know that there's a lot of things that are messed up, and I could have expanded a lot earlier. But when I attacked, I decided to keep the expand up. I sent in my Hellion first. That I did produce very early on to kind of scout a little bit what's going on. Saw that he had a small army there. Decided to push for it, especially because he hadn't built a single thing since I got to his base before, other than pros, because of the heavy harassment. So this Banshee did a great job in harassing the Raven, doing its job with this point defense drone, using up all its energy to keep all of my Marines, Marauders, and Banshees safe. Doing a great job. So GG Deth, GG Virusrahl. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me know what you think in my comments below, and I will hopefully be casting quite a few more games in the near future. So this is Virusrahl. Peace out.